Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your October reading 2021. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. The first card that I have is the Page of Sword. So, you know, that's all about holding an Ace of Sword. It's all about, I understand something. The wind is blowing. My mind is changing a little bit. And the principle of, with new information, my opinion, my vision, my perception is changing slowly. Here I have the Knight of Wands and I have the Seven of Wands. Whatever is that information, understanding, whatever is actually going to ignite a passion within you. And so what it could be under that, first of all, you have to have that understanding, okay? But since it's right there, so maybe it's the result of last month's, you know, in the process of, I have the High Priestess, so we know it's a voice that comes from, understanding that comes from your spiritual connection. Six of Cups, Three of Pentacles, about what you want to build, about what is true to your heart, okay? And then under that I have the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles, about what was maybe preventing you from actually investing yourself. Eight of Pentacles, this is when we are focused, we invest ourselves. When the devil can be positive in that sense, okay, because since he is the Lord of Malkut, Lord of this domain of three-dimensional world, having him and the Eight of Pentacles together, this is complete focus in our three-dimensional world and the profits that can come out of it. If you're a financer, that would be amazing for you, okay? But if it's not the case, then here, because we have the High Priestess, which kind of gives us the interest in there's more than this, then that's what we're facing more in this case, okay? Knight of Wands, under that I have the Nine of Wands and I have the Judgment. So see, there's a judgment call on this. This is almost like, okay, life is not just that kind of thing. And the Nine of Wands is a bit like the Judgment, bringing up to the surface everything that makes us wary of taking risks of our fire. What makes you afraid of your own fire or other people's fire, other people's passion, okay? Things are going to come up. And then after and of course we're in Mercury Retrograde, so Judgment card, and I think it kind of came up in every reading until now. It's not surprising with Mercury Retrograde, bringing things back up to the surface so we can address them. The last card being Seven of Wands, this is when we're on the defensive, okay? And why? Because of the Five of Pentacles. And I think that's part of his thing. That's part of what is being brought up to the surface that made you more wary. Was this maybe lingering belief into what you can actually live, build, expect. And that's why we finish with the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So here it's almost like, oh, I don't really dare, I don't want to be hurt, I'm on the safe side, being a Sagittarius on the safe side, if that's you. And this judgment will actually give you the courage to go for it. So in a way, the only one you are fighting against was your own self. And of course, the mirrors that would show you your own arguments. or your own resistance. Okay? Overcoming a resistance here. Let's clarify this for you, Sagittarius. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Sagittarius for the month of October 2021. Oh, all right. Page of Sword. Ow, Tower. And the Seven of Pentacle. The Tower with the Page of Sword, you're gonna hear about something. With the Page of Sword here, this is like hearing, or you could hear about something that is actually crumbling here. But it is to leave space for you to actually start building something that is much clearer to you. And that understanding, of course, can shatter a concept of what would make you happy. Okay, in a very basic, and I know it's not your case since you're listening to these videos, but in a very basic example, that would be, okay, I believe my reality is just all I see and I'm completely focused in it, and then I realize that that is not what is going to make me happy at all, and that way of trying to build and attain grace is going to shatter itself completely because I have to reawaken my heart chakra and my connection to the divine. That would be like a basic thing, okay? But it's in that principle. Let's look at the High Priestess, the High Priestess, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups, Seven of Swords. So maybe you were actually procrastinating this, or just disempowering yourself when it came to your connection, your spiritual connection, what your heart chakra was talking about. The Seven of Swords and the Tower. The Seven of Swords is giving power outside of us. Okay? And maybe you're noticing, oh, and we have the Sun here. So, oh, big clarity on this. Yeah, it's like no more procrastination. No more, I don't have what it takes to do it. Maybe that's why I was being very cautious, afraid to be hurt. Let's look at the Devil here and the Eight of Pentacles. Justice, Three of Swords. So justice is beautiful in a sense of course, it's Libra. We're in Libra time. It's all about our partnerships also. The mirrors in our life, the partnerships. This is, you know, they rule the 7th house of Venus in Libra. This is understanding something to bring back balance into our lives. Where that Seven of Swords really has to get out of here. Or understanding how you Seven of Swords yourself. Or let other people do it for you. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. What is that Knight of Wands about, Spirit? Seven of Wands, Chariot. It's like if this month you are asked to move beyond something. Asked by your own self, asked by outside of you. Seven of Wands. Let's look at the Seven of Wands right away. This is like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I feel. Queen of Cups, Temperance. Now I'm ready to go for it. It's like building up the courage to go and do something. What is that Nine of Wands? To have faith, to have courage. Okay? The difference between those two guys is this one does not carry all of his baggage of the times in the past where he was hurt, and he's jumping in it when it came to relationships. So I think here, everything that has to do with commitment, you had a vision, a very disempowering vision of commitment, engagement, balance, when it came to a relationship maybe with other people, whether it is in a work of or love or whatever. Okay? But now you're going to actually see very clearly in that, allowing you, because of course, judgment and so on. I wouldn't be surprised if this month you will have exes coming up, okay? And you would actually reevaluate them. We have the Star and we have the Hangman. So I'm just gonna put this, yeah, because you had a lot of heartaches. Reevaluating everything that happened and so on, seeing things differently, seeing things from a different angle, but being ready now to release all that was associated with that, because you're understanding it. And now when you look at these two, okay, we have like four major arcanas, 5 with this just in that row here, okay? When you look at these two, that's the 8-pointed star, and in the forehead of the chariot driver, he has that 8-pointed star, because he's aligned to his aspirations. He's not afraid. He doesn't need to control. He is, and she is pouring all of that old water back, not being afraid anymore, but having faith. So it's like if the old structure of what was a relationship in every sense of the way is actually being redefined, okay, this month. And so maybe you were somebody that, you know, was abandoned, sacrificed. You sacrificed easy in your relationships. Maybe you had a hard time putting boundaries and things like that. And now this all takes a different meaning. King of Pentacles. Maybe you did not get much out of relationships, or it's been a while since you had one. Connection with somebody, connection with life even, okay? Our relationship with people and our relationship with the universe, with the divine, with life is the same, okay? If the people we're around treat us unfairly, take advantage of us and all of that, we can make sure that that's the same dynamic we'll have with the universe, because it all starts with us. And here is a bit what you are understanding of what we allow. And so here, King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, you are readjusting your worth and your fire. Wheel of Fortune, that creates the Wheel of Fortune, of course. King of Wands, King of Swords, King of Wands. Your vision, your understanding, your truth, throat chakra, and your fire completely readjusted. Temperance, Two of Pentacles, but at this point you're stopping to juggle. You're not juggling anymore. Here it is all with starting with this and this. How you're limiting beliefs, or not just limiting, sometimes they're just crooked beliefs, when we believe that we're not wanted, that we're not enough, that all of these things, these are completely distorted beliefs. Okay, the universe loves us unconditionally, so the moment that we believe that, then this is what we are creating as a dynamic with the universe. And I think you're understanding this here, and that brings you back faith into the mirrors in your life, because the mirrors in your life is not just the people in your life, but your neighborhood, your, you know, everything, your reality around you. The universe is always dancing with you. So what you allow yourself and how you associate yourself of who you are, that's the dynamic that is being created. Anyway, there's this beautiful Wheel of Fortune here, Eight of Cups in the bottom of the decks. There's this understanding, and this, at the end of the month, you will be ready to have more. You will be ready to have faith and to let go of old stuff, so that it stops interacting in your life. I'm releasing that. I'm going to call it releasing, because it's not just that you're going to release, but you're going to understand truly how holding on to these things and limiting your reality, it disempowers you and limits you into a frame and a dynamic with the whole universe. So releasing. All right, my beautiful Sagittarius, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Subscribe, please subscribe. If you want a private reading, there's a description below with the email. You write to me, I write to you back. Thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. Of course, on the new moon, 6th of October, new moon in Libra, I do a little ceremony for the ones of you who gave donations to give you back, so that it can give you what you need in that perspective. So yes, love and light. Happy Halloween at the end of the month. Shamain, Samain, depending on how you pronounce it. Now that the veil between us and the invisible world be a bit thinner on that time, may the beams of light be saluted. Love and light.